In that short video, I'm going to show you how to build Keycloak Docker images for multiple platforms. In my case, I'm going to use amd64, it means Intel, and arm64, so Apple M1, M2 chips for current year, and I'll show you how to simply do that in just a few steps. So I've created those images already. As you can see, my repository Keycloak and server 3D Keycloak contains that image, and that image contains two digests, one for ARM and one for amd64. And how I did that. So first step, what you have to do is clone that Keycloak repository. You can see links on the screen, or commands on the screen or in the description of that video. When you clone it, after you clone it, go to directory name server in that repository, so cd keycloak-containers / server. Check out the Git Keycloak version that you need. I'm using version 15.1.1. And now what's important, run that command in your terminal, docker buildx create name of your builder, use bootstrap. And the second command is a little bit longer, as you can see, but that's very important command. So docker -l info buildx build -push platform. Here you have to specify which platforms you require for your image. I require those two platforms for Intel and for new Apple chips M1, M2. So I'm using arm64 and amd64, and give tag to your image. So tag server 3D is my username on GitHub, and here I'm giving the Keycloak. That's the name of my image, and the tag 15.1.1. You can call it whatever you want. It can be latest or whatever. And of course, do not forget about that dot. That directory server contains Docker file, and it means it's gonna read stuff from the Docker file. You don't need to involve with that file. You can leave it as it is. So yeah, so let me just that's the command to run the container, and you don't need to specify what platform are you using. The Docker will recognize your platform, if it's Intel or if it's arm64, and it will pull correct image. So let me copy that image. Let me just go to that repository. As you can see, I'm in that directory server here, Keycloak containers server, and that's the Docker file I was talking about. So let me run that command. Oops, probably I copied this wrong stuff. So yeah, copy, and allow me to go to my Docker desktop. As you can see, I don't have any containers running. So I'll run that command, copy paste. It will pull the correct image. In my case, it's going to be arm64 because I'm on an M1 chip at this moment, and it will run Keycloak for me. Let's wait a few seconds. Of course, I could use parameter -d to detach the command from the terminal, but we can actually see the logs at this moment, and we can see that there's no issues. Before, when you run Docker image with emulation that wasn't created for ARM chips, you was getting that JBoss nasty errors, and basically you couldn't use Keycloak. You have to use that Wizen. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly. Wizen version of Keycloak, which was alright, was a very good one. But if you want just one image and be able to run it on Intel and Mac chips, you can use my repository. So as you can see, it's gonna be server3d.keycloak. So yeah, at this moment I have that version 15.11. So docker pull Keycloak server3d /keycloak 15.1.1 should be available, and you can use it. So let me jump to my Docker desktop. As you can see, the Keycloak is running version 15.11 without emulation, so it means it's not the Intel image. is the one for RM architecture. And let me go to localhost. I believe is 80 for Keycloak as default, and I've specified here, as you remember, admin and admin, so user and password are admins, simple ones. Admin, let me log in, and boom, in the Keycloak. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope that was like very simple video and very nice and very simple way to build your Keycloak images for your architecture, and you're going to be able to use them for your machines. So yeah, thank you very much.